Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to an Engineer Asterisk Plays. It's been quite some time since I actually made something for this. That's technically a lie. I have tried to record a couple other games for this, but for some reason either they just didn't work out or I goofed. So I didn't use that footage. But regardless, I'm going to start another new game, well, new to me, new-ish. Don't Starve, specifically the Reign of Giants DLC. I have played a bit of the original on my own. So I thought I'd give myself a little challenge for this series with the Reign of Giants DLC. So it's basically almost like a hardcore mode. Well, more hardcore. You'll see when we get in. I have applied for the beta for Don't Starve Together. However, I have not been approved yet. Hopefully I will be soon because this looks like a whole lot of fun. Regardless, let's get into a game. How do I get in here? I forget. Wilson. There we go. Play button. Actually, before I get into that, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to turn this music off. I do enjoy the music in this game, however, it just doesn't work if I need to cut anything. Because there's always going to be a goof. I will try to find some sufficiently creepy music from my usual sources to apply to this game. Back out of this. Now we hit play. You see I've got a couple games here. We're going to start a new one. Reign of Giants turned on. We're going to start with Wilson. I do have some others unlocked, but Wilson, sort of like the iconic character of this game, so we're going to roll with him. Looks like you can play some guy with a spider on his head. Lots of characters I haven't unlocked yet. WX78 I have seen some gameplay of on Lady M's channel, and he does look rather intriguing, though I don't think he'd survive very well in Reign of Giants from what I've seen. So I gotta go back to that, go to Wilson, and start! So the familiar loading screen. Generating some pines, framing some monsters, etc., etc. That's our old friend Maxwell. So, how an Engineer Asterisk might play this game, figure not that much different from other Let's Plays, except maybe apply a little bit more structure to the play. Day one, of course, is going to be very hard to structure. Basically, finding materials, food, and all the basic stuff you need to get started. So we're going to come over here to some twigs. You need to get some flint. Flint, very important in this game, regardless of what version you're playing. I will try to pass on some of my personal knowledge of Don't Starve as well. As I said, I have played before. Even passed on some knowledge to friends of mine on YouTube. Well, mostly just Lady M, really. She's got her own series. She's playing the vanilla version of the game. She's not ready to step into Reign of Giants yet. And frankly, neither am I, but I'm going for it anyway. So we got some grass here. I wonder if it's actually set to drop you in a biome like this that has a wide variety of materials. Okay, here you get the beech trees, or sorry, birch nut. Because every time I played, I've always started in this biome. It just has all kinds of different things to pick and choose and explore, and ooh, grasslands with collapsed rabbit hole. They've never been collapsed before. Oh, here we go. Flint. Yoink. Forget how much you need to make an axe. Let's see. Tools, axe. I'm gonna need wood for my fire. Ooh, a touchstone. Yoink. Touchstones, something freely found in the world. I don't know if there's just the one or sometimes more than one spawns. It's basically a sort of plan B. If you die, you respawn there. There are ways to make things like that as well that I've seen. I've never actually used any of them, though. So don't ask me how to make them. Now, these birch nut trees, from what I've seen of Reign of Giants, are very important because not only do they drop birch nuts, which I believe you can roast and eat. It's getting late already. And they give you wood, naturally. But yeah, I should probably chop down a mature one instead. But in addition to those things, they also shelter you from rain, which is a serious concern in this particular expansion pack. Why you no give birch nut? I guess I shouldn't be chopping down the mature ones, huh? Well, let's go find some pine trees to cut down. Because I know they drop pine cones quite readily. Something back here? Yeah, here we go. Keep the birch nut trees around for shelter. Now, we're going to spend the first few days exploring the map, trying to find a good place to settle in. I found a crossroads, specifically one near perhaps uncollapsed rabbit holes and savanna with some beefaloes on it to be an ideal spot. Crossroads because roads make you move much more quickly, as you can see here. I wonder if we need a shovel to uncollapse those rabbit holes. This. Can I make a pick yet? No, I cannot. Not that I'm looking for stone right away. Alright, come down here, get some more wood. Now, so many of these shows I've seen devolve into just someone rambling on and on and on, sometimes even repeating themselves about their day, their lives, what they ate for breakfast that morning, how long they've slept. Owlsy, I'm looking at you. And honestly, after a while, that gets, frankly, kind of boring. But every YouTuber I've discovered has it's sort of a show they actually really do talk about their lives on, and sometimes it's actually kind of interesting. I've decided to make this that show for myself. Oh, I guess I could take shelter under any kind of tree, almost. So in between things that I can talk about in the game, I suppose I could talk about myself a little bit. I'm not normally very good at small talk. It's just not a thing I do for family, coworkers, or really just about anyone. Not really sure why. Just never good at it. So I've actually created a OneNote for myself with a few talking points today. The talking points I'm going to be talking. I should find some shelter first before I go rambling on, though. That. I should stop gathering stuff and go find some shelter, like I said. Let's see. Where are those birch nut trees? Here we go. Ah, here's a mature one. Alright. Just going to hang it under here. So, yeah, we should be getting it not as wet into this. Create our fire. Maybe a short distance away from the tree. We're going to have to feed it all night long, though. It's going to be kind of a pain. Don't have the stuff I need for a science machine yet, so just put some stuff. And chow down. Berries. I've actually tried roasting berries before. Should give it a shot sometime. There's a couple of these pine cones on. I know the Guardian of the Forest won't like that a whole lot, but what are you going to do? Regardless, it's kind of good I have the job I have. It's kind of a pain, but I do work pretty much on my own all night. It's a second shift job in a small, I guess you could say, sort of a recycling center of sorts. I won't go into too much detail because it's kind of rare and people might stalk me, and stalking is bad. Don't stalk people, kids. Ooh, is that thunder? Hope my tree doesn't get struck. That'd stink. But it does give me a lot of time to listen to podcasts. And lately I've been listening to a lot of sort of storytelling podcasts, if you will. Dang it. I'll throw a log on here. Yeesh. Have a log. Especially, most recently, Welcome to Night Vale. Welcome to Night Vale being a podcast I've actually heard about on another podcast that I'm listening to when they did a sort of crossover episode. And basically it's just sort of artificial news reports from a small desert town. I think they say they're in Arizona or something along those lines. I've been to Arizona. It is a very dry place, as is Night Vale, evidently. But, it's kind of a weird place. Very strange goings-on there. I suggest you give it a listen. That's Welcome to Night Vale, available on... Well, I figure if it's available on the Xbox Live Marketplace, it's available anywhere. So, go check it out. Definitely worth listening to. Just remember, no one is allowed to dog park. Alright, day 2. Go ahead and move on. Let's follow the road a little bit, see if we can find a good crossroads. Really need to get some silk at some point, though, so we can make an umbrella. I think I made some silk. I should look that up sometime. Now, playing this game, I've never consulted a wiki. You know, just to go ahead and jump back into talking about the game. I've never consulted a wiki for how to do things in this game. I've used a few recipes I've seen on Let's Plays, and that's really about it. What is this? That's a burrow. I don't know if I want that burrow. Carrot, flowers. I'm getting very, very damp. And honestly, that's kind of annoying. Berries. Grab that. So any knowledge I may pass along has been either gained through experience or through other people's experience. Get these creepy trees here. I need to build a big fire to dry off at some point. What pain, what pain, what pain. That's a mole. Star-nosed mole. Don't know if I want to attack him. Ah, there we go. Hopefully this will stay the night so I can finish drying. Sanity's doing alright. Don't need to make a garland just yet. More carrots. You, give me some birch nuts. No. Broke me axe. That road didn't go very far, did it? There we go. Birch nut. Birch nuts are, as you can see, edible. But I should be able to plant these. Drop, 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 plant. Okay. So they can indeed be planted. Good. So you can grow some of these trees around your base to keep you sheltered. That should be handy. Keep grabbing stuff as I go. Let's take a look at that road. Tab is the map key, not M, as is in every other game. So they just kind of went down here, down there. It does continue going south for a bit, though. Berry trees down there. Okay, let's go ahead and let's take this wormhole over here. It'll hit my sanity, but I need to explore. And honestly, this, as nice and diverse and rich as this terrain is, it's not giving me a whole lot of what I need, which is going to be stone and gold. And in the darkness. And evening lasts a long time in Reign of Giants. Hopefully I don't come across any giants before I'm prepared. Yeah. Not a sane thing to do. Alright. Where am I? Not that far off the trail. How kind. Guess we'll wander this area for a little bit. Too bad you can't make a bundle of sticks. You burn like a log. Yeah, should have plenty of logs for tonight. Yeah, regardless, lots of podcasts, storytelling podcasts. I actually heard about Welcome to Night Vale on the Drunks and Dragons podcast. It's a real play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. They actually play Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition on the show and just record themselves. And it's a very entertaining bunch of guys. Mike Bachman, Tim Lanning, Jennifer Cheek, and their dungeon master is, well, now Nika Howard as well. I think it's Nika Howard. Anyway, it's another player. Regardless, their dungeon master is Michael Thrifty Nerd DeMar, who also has his own website, thriftynerd.com. Here's another road. Handy dandy. Let's explore this for a little bit. And it's a great source of podcast-related entertainment. Let's grab some stone while we're out here. And it's actually a whole family podcast. It's thriftyNerd.com and, more recently, Geekly Inc. Sort of a hub for all the things they do. They've got a forum there, as well as a family of podcasts and news and articles and things like that. In addition to Drunks and Dragons, they also offer Cthulhu and Friends, which is another real play podcast series. They're playing Call of Cthulhu in a D20 system, and very, very entertaining if you don't mind a bit of dark humor, even darker than Don't Starve at times. Significantly darker than Don't Starve at times. In addition to Sayer, which is another sort of Cthulhu mythos themed podcast. So they're much more subtle about it. Sort of a future civilization living on an asteroid which was launched into space. Ooh, walls. What do we got here? Anything good? Beefalo wool? Ready-made home from the looks of it. Might hole up here tonight. Let's do a little bit more looking around. Get a little bit more north. That might come in handy. As I was saying, Sayer, Top 5 of Death as well, which is not available in the Xbox Live Marketplace, which is a massive inconvenience to me. And I don't enjoy being inconvenienced. Especially not by my entertainment. And there's, oh yes, Cast of Thrones, which if you enjoy the Game of Thrones, either the Song of Ice and Fire book series or the television series, it's actually, there's a chest here as well. What's in here? Fire! Fire's in there! Why is there fire? Well, that wasn't good. Can't carry no more stuff. Throw out the niter then. Oh, it's dark. What do you know? Campfire, 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 campfire. Put down. Grab as much of this ash as we can see. Because ash is handy later on. No, don't blow away. Come back. Well, it was a pig head. Oh, that's my niter. Beefalo wool, that'll be handy. Alright. I think that's all we're gonna get out of that. Well, that was fun and interesting. And by fun and interesting, I mean neither of those things. Yeesh. So, new thing, Arena Giants. Trapped chests. Awesome. Yeah, Geekly Inc. Network. Geeklyinc.com. That's Geekly, G-E-K-L-Y-I-N-C, not I-N-K. .com. To get all of your real play podcasting needs. Okay, I'm not damp anymore. It's a good thing. Is there anything else I can make? Make a straw hat. That'd be handy. There we go. Maybe it might keep me safe from the rain as well. Yep, cool and dry. Nice. Let's see. I can make a grass suit. Make some traps as well. I should find a home, really. It comes right down to it. This goes south, so I'm going to go down that way on my next day. I should have time for another day. Why not? Alright, let's follow that. Pretty full inventory. I'm going to try to remember where all of this is. Right up here. All this grass. Seeds. Seeds will be handy later as well when we start farming. I've got to stop grabbing grass. Stack this with that? Yes, I can. Okay, that frees up a little bit more space. Lots of grass, though. That'll be handy. Alright, let's see what we can do about finding some stones, because I need gold to make a science machine and start researching things. Let's see. Grasslands, grasslands. So many grasslands. Ah, it's the end of another road. Got some beehives, though. Beehives, an important source of bees. Bees, an important source of honey. Let's see what's up this way. Man, they do not make things easy in this, do they? What's over here? Good stuff? Oh, it's those crazy laser attack dogs. Oh, I'm not here, just passing by. Excuse me, folks. Don't want any trouble. Yeesh. In addition to those entertainment podcasts, I do also listen to some sciencey stuff, such as the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, a weekly podcast discussing all manner of things happening in the skeptical and scientific universe, including basically mocking pseudoscience, things like that. Let's see, grab that. It's a very good podcast, about an hour long. It comes out every Friday or Saturday. I'm not even sure which. I just know I listen to it on Sundays. Most of the time. Again, Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. And they'll point you to some other skeptical podcasts. One of their sort of... I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Another podcast that's of a skeptical nature, like the Skeptic's Guide, but maybe a little less focused on science, is Geologic, created by George Schrobb, a fellow Pennsylvanian, living just up in Bethlehem, which he makes no secret of. He's also a musician, and also likes to discuss and subsequently mock pseudoscience in music and the scientific communities. Oy. And all in all, a very entertaining guy. He's also been an MC at several skeptical conventions. Dang. Okay, you got some beefaloes. Beefaloes are a good sign. Is this the road? I think this might be the same road. Keep heading south, see if I can find some stone. At least some gold or something. I'll leave the poop for now. Geologic, moving right along. It's also the Skeptic's Zone, sort of a Skeptic's Guide out of Australia. What's this? Got twigs, grass suit, not stuff I need. Stuff I got plenty of already. Walking. It's a good thing I made a list of things to talk about. Let's see. I also enjoy listening to Science Friday, though I'm rarely able to actually listen on Fridays because we don't really get any PBS stations in the radio at work. The way things are configured, I'm behind like 2 walls, and we're in a valley, and signal of any kind really isn't that great, either cellular, radio, or otherwise. I'm sure we get AM radio, but I don't think the public radio station that I have ready access to even has an AM band, which is kind of unfortunate. So, this is another road, I think, which connects to the road I was following before. What a pain. Dang, lady, you weren't kidding. I don't think anyone's ready for this. Okay, so I'm not getting wet as quickly, so the hat's definitely doing its job. It's also definitely getting damaged. Luckily, it's only made of straw, which is frickin' everywhere on this map. Alright, well, let's head south and keep heading this way. Maybe we'll bump into another road. Maybe we'll bump into a stone place. I keep turning the thing, which I don't want to do. Hey, pig house. Okay, so we know where pigs are, as well as that ring thing. What the heck? In addition to podcasts, I also sometimes listen to audiobooks. I actually listen to the entirety of A Song of Ice and Fire. That is the Game of Thrones book series for you heathens who refuse to read. Whoa! Okay, yeah. I'm just going to leave you alone. Excuse me, coming through. Don't mind me. Looks like I got plenty of wood, so I'm going to stop and chop. I should try to find a good tree to shelter under, too. Am I on the road now? I'm definitely on the road. More spiders. I do have a good way of dealing with spiders as well. Spiders kind of a pain in my neck. Luckily there's an easy... Ooh, mandrake. What is that? Whatever it is, I'm not getting mixed up with it. Alright. Crud. Light. Campfire. Yes, it's so dark. I know it's dark. I'm fixing it. Yeesh. I wonder if there are actually, like, shelters you can build in this. Again, this is my first time playing Reign of Giants. But as soon as this night is over, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. Fire staff. I didn't even see what I got from that pile. It was pretty much just ashes and a fire staff. But yeah, Song of Ice and Fire audiobooks, read by Roy Dotrice. If you can get over sort of the gruffness of some of his voices for the characters, it's quite the entertaining listen. Give it a shot. Oh, H2O, indeed. Am I under the tree? I can't even tell. Oh, we got some graves as well. Nice. How far along are we? Alright. Well, as this night winds up, I'm going to wrap this episode. This has been an Engineer Asterisk Plays Don't Starve, Reign of Giants. Available on Steam for a fairly reasonable price. I think it's back up to $14.99, but it does go on sale when the Steam sales come around. Which I won't doubt there's going to be one fairly soon. I need a bit more wood on fire. I know you're hungry. Oh, I forgot to eat. Whoopsie. But next episode, we're going to keep following this road. We're going to try to find some stone and gold, and maybe some food as well, since I've gone and eaten pretty much everything I have that's worth eating. I'm going to hold on to the seeds, going to hold on to the petals as well, for when we need a bit of healing. But I've been your host, Calabajui. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. If you want more, hit subscribe. And everybody, stay dry.